Alright, but anyway, Natsuki, Anakin Skywalker, Anakin, he wants a word with you about that. Hello there. Welcome back to our 6th installment of playing this series, back to Doki Doki Literature Club. And we will be continuing forth. But first, like I said, a poem. And this poem again is from the first time I ever played. So that's what we shall do now. This poem is called Yet. I fell again. It seems I am incapable of overcoming this. I can't jump over this issue, it's just the truth. I have no question of that. Alone in the dark I cry, stuck in this continual depression, captive by it. Am I too lazy to change? Do I even desire to? How do I atone for it all? Yet the Lord wraps me in his blanket of love and embraces me. He says we will get through this together. Amazing how he still has love for a meager person like me. He has joy in me. I can't understand why, but I love him for it. Alright, that was my poem called Yet, using words from the game. And now we start off with Monica Schwarzenegger again. Ah man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked into. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember, the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And her eyes are still creepy here, as always. And I'm super happy you're all willing to help out for the festival, too. Ah, I can't wait for the festival. What type of voice is that? It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound like a bit like a Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? Honestly, squid? Ugh. I'm not a fish person eating. No. Fish sticks, fish patties, tilapia. Other than that, nope. That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Aren't you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean, you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. And she actually goes to this pose in order to say that, with a face of like, what are you talking about? And she's just smiling her head off. I had a grimace because I was thinking of the joke of, what do you mean, you people? That meme joke. Sorry. Huh? Ah, never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reaction aren't as funny as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing that again. Ah. Sorry, don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sorry, shows me a big smile and hops, but don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Brandon, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little bit too much, but she seems a little bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Brandon. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her, but this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm friends with her also. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Eh, you sure about that? She seems like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe that thing on her mind is you, Brandon. Me? How on earth did you come to that conclusion? Well, with the hedgehog smile face. I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. Eh? She's been so much happier since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different than now that she's always been. You're so funny, Brandon. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? You know a lot, Monica. You know a lot. I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so do not think about it for now. All right. Monica smiles meaningfully. Right. I know she said forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Yeah, get them out of my head. Monica stands up from my desk and walks to the room where Sayori is sitting, watching near down to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Okay, everyone! After some time passes, Monica calls out to the clubroom. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything's back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. I will go with Monica first, just to see what the conversation goes like. I mean, it's funny how your poems and Sayori's have been getting more and more similar to each other every day. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you have been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? I guess you could say that. Though we kind of just grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing her as much as for this past year. Since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together again. I see. That reminds me about how Sayori's been a bit off today. Yeah, did she tell you something? Well, Brendan, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? Of course not. No, I'm not. I've been treating her like I always do. All right. Just making sure. You have to pose like that. I know how much you care about her. It would be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. Sayori's been acting so much happier since you joined the club. It's hard to read it this way when you're kind of a little bit having a cold. What could have happened all of a sudden? Ooh. Well, never mind. This really isn't time to talk to me like this. This isn't really the time to be talking like this. I'm having trouble voicing stuff today. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. Alrighty. This is the poem by Monica Schwarzenegger. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am. A feather. A feather. Lost adrift in the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. With little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky? That's not how you spell twilight. I think it's twilight sky. Twilight sky? Can't read your handwriting, Monica. So one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall and fall and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and all we seek only there is impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with the breath, she blows me black afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. I don't understand what this is supposed to mean. I guess everything is pointless. I don't know. Monica is very abstract. Not into the abstract as much. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give me life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything. Philosophical, Monica. Is there a velociraptor around here? Is there a velociraptor? Just a question. But it was kind of my mind, so that's why I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, wouldn't we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. The hedgehog cutie face right here. This is your best one so far. I don't want to do the voice when she's sad. I have trouble with that. I'll do it till that. No, when she's... I'll do the voice for now. I'll complete it through this portion because once I get through this part, I'm not even going to go to the confession part yet. I'm probably going to skip all the way back to do Yuri's and Natsuki's route. So, meanwhile, let's continue with this. It's really, really nice. Brandon. Thanks. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Sorry, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Of course. Everything's fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want a nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, alright. Hey, Brandon. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought you'd try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah? I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get close with everyone else? The music's changing. Wait. Of course I do. That doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something. And this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write about things when I'm thinking about you. Sorry? No. Brandon, I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sayori, glance around the room to make sure everybody's noticed this. Sayori, probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what would cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Brandon. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I don't feel right doing that. Promise won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm going to go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. I see what you're going for, but this is not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad you're trying a little bit. Well, of course, I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems, anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that the one of us in the club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Ugh. Suki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Happy smile. Don't worry, I was too. How can you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, she holds her palm out to me like nothing ever happened. I'll be your beach. Careful how you say that. Got a fly buzzing around me. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A short reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that watches your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Blech. Tongue twister. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams, and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea, and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that make your heart leap in a way that you thought you had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you learn to love yourself again. This might be actually maybe my second favorite poem, besides the bottles one. If you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I want to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. It's kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach. What if you were on a, hypothetically, Natsuki, what if you were on a planet that was nothing but sand, that there was no beaches? Or, well, I don't know if there's actually no water on Tatooine, but I know there's none on Arrakis. Nothing on Arrakis, not one drop of rain on Arrakis. But on Tatooine, I hate sand. It's rough, it's coarse, gets everywhere. Anakin Skywalker wants to have a word with you about the beach simply because of the negativity of sand. Especially as Darth Vader, when you think about it, there's all his instruments and everything he has, all the sand that gets in it. Probably is a pain to get out, and sand doesn't work well with the electricity. I wonder if there's a story about that, actually. Darth Vader dealing with sand. He'd probably just be attacking the sand with the lightsaber. Could you imagine Darth Vader attacking sand on the beach with a lightsaber just to get at it? I wonder if I want someone to make a picture of that. That'd be funny. Alright, but anyway, Natsuki, Anakin Skywalker, Anakin, he wants a word with you about that. So you decided to write the beach first, then came up with a message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we wrote about the same thing. She wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it or whatever. Can you really see her doing that too? Making us write about simple talk and then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy? Well, it's not like I care. I just did it like anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice.